you had for breakfast be poisoning you? And are there cancer-causing chemicals in the sandwich you'll have for lunch? According to research by Food Standards Australia, many common foods contain traces of the weed killer Roundup. So should we be alarmed? Well, Dr. Zac Turner is here with the latest on that story and other health stories making headlines. Welcome to the show, Doctor.
Thank you for having me.
OK, so on the face of it, this weed killer story sounds pretty scary. Should we be concerned, and how is it getting into our cereal?
We should definitely be concerned, and this is something that has been going on for a very long time. Roundup, I mean, I grew up on farms out in the bush in Burke, and I remember for years people and the farmers would come in and you'd put Roundup on plants to kill off the weeds and the bugs. And it's a herbicide, it's a fungicide, so it kills off those sorts of things.
And we use it in our gardens. I
Totally.
used to strap the tea towel around and go out and spray my plants.
That's it, and it's on the shelves still at our shops. And what they've done is done a lot of research into whether this is being absorbed into plants. And Monsanto, that used to own Roundup, and I've been talking about this for probably 5 or 6 years because we all know someone who goes, oh, look, I've got a gluten intolerance, or I can't have wheat, I've got problems with my gut, I've got problems with my immunity. And this is a really big thing in our society that's going up drastically. We all go, it's because we're not giving our kids enough dirt and playing in the mud and those sorts of things. Well, at the same time, Roundup use has been going up 1,000-fold over the last 20 years.
Right.
And this product, I remember farmers being on the farms and they would come along and they'd have a sip of it and go, look, it's fine for you, it doesn't kill your cells.
Oh, have a sip of Roundup.
Have a sip of Roundup.
No.
Totally. And they would go, it doesn't kill your cells. But this is the thing, it doesn't kill your cells, it kills the microflora in your gut. And this is what I believe, and a lot of experts are coming out believing that this is what is actually causing a lot of potentially these autoimmune problems in your gut.
So which cereals are we talking about? Because I've got Wheat Bix for brekkie. Should I be worried about that? Are there specific cereals we should be avoiding? What should we be looking out for?
Well, this is where we should be starting to look at, and I mean, Roundup is still on our shelves in supermarkets. We should be starting to look at what cereals and what things have it in there, because there are places in the world, and I hear patients go, look, I've gone to Italy and I can eat all the bread. I can go to Scandinavia and these countries have banned
But this
Roundup.
is what I don't understand, because it's banned in, I think, the US and plenty of other countries.
No, not banned in the US.
Oh,
so
not in the
US is
sorry.
allowed 6 times higher than anywhere else in the world, and we follow them. Higher doses of this, which is getting into our gut, and it's potentially killing off our microflora.
So it's banned in other countries, but not here. So they can't both be right, can they? Like, is it safe or not?
No, well, I don't think it's safe. And certainly many years ago we did studies, and this is where it's coming about. The big corporations, I mean, Monsanto was $80 billion before it got sold out, and they falsified records. We're now bringing out that they falsified studies that show this, and this is a huge thing.
A multinational company would never falsify studies to see.
Look,
Next you'll be
Rokovich
saying that James Hardy's corrupt. God, now, making headlines at the moment as well is a flesh-eating bug that is sweeping through some communities in Victoria. Is this a sci-fi film or what?
Well, and why just Victoria? Like, this is...
Yeah, right.
This is
well,
part
you've got to start somewhere.
This is part of the question. Well, it's actually been around since kind of the 1940s, and one of the things is that it grows underneath the skin and doesn't like oxygen so much. So the difficulty with it is it starts showing up on your limbs and on your body as potentially like a little pimple, and then gets worse and grows, and we're not actually sure what causes it.
And then it pixelates.
Because it looks too gross. I know, exactly right.
How do you protect yourself, and can this be treated?
Well, so it's found on a lot of the coastal areas around Victoria. It's also found in some parts of Africa and in South America as well. Can you fight against it? We're not sure. One of the things that we're thinking is that it might be actually spread as well by mosquitoes.
So is it contagious from person to person, or...?
There is a strong evidence if you have someone in your family that has it, so that could just be that either you might be more predisposed to it genetically, or that you're just touching that person. So it could be that, but they're thinking that one of the vectors, and it could be that it could be insects, but it could be that it's the mosquitoes themselves that are passing around. So just like malaria, and we kill them off. And so this is what they're spraying. And I don't want to bring any sort of relevance to that. We don't know often what people are spraying and whether it's killing other things. I've just spoken about Roundup, for example. But hopefully, research done in Australia is much more ethical, and it's killing off the mosquitoes.
And it started in Sandringham in Victoria, so it could just be that it's attracted to rich people. Just putting it out there.
Well, it's doubled. It's prevalent now. There's more than 100 cases already this year, which is double last year already.
Look, super quickly, there's also reports that some people are going blind getting dermal fillers. Now, that's something harmless that people are doing in shopping centres and whatnot. How's that happen?
No, it's not harmless. So we have to get away from this idea that fillers and cosmetic procedures are beauty procedures. You need to have a doctor or a nurse. And if you're having a needle, someone's coming at your face with a big needle, some of these are this big. The key point to this is that it's not about whether you can do it correctly or not, it's about whether you can fix it correctly or not. I mean, hospitals are full of things that go wrong. And if you get it in the wrong area of your face, I mean, we've got blood vessels everywhere in different layers and different depths. So you can put something right here, the needle goes in here, and it can go anywhere around your whole face. But if it goes into something, you have to be aware of how to fix it. And the reason why people are going blind is not that the procedures just are going wrong, that people don't know how to fix it.
Ooh.
And that's
Make
the bad
sure you
part.
go to an accredited
Exactly
cosmetic
right.
or plastic
Exactly
surgeon if
right.
you want to get those fillers done. Dr. Zac Turner, thank you so much for joining us
Thank
this
you so
morning.
much.
Appreciate it.
Totally freaked out.
Now, up soon, what punishment is in store for Australian swimmer Mac Horton after he refused to stand on the podium next to the competitor he has slammed as a drug cheat? We'll get the latest on this international row, plus tackling more hot topics. See you.